Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Almighty Allah, the entirely merciful and especially merciful. Dear viewers across the planet, I greet you with the greeting of peace. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May peace be with you. Ameen. Dear viewers, I wish this greeting really starts to work on your life, starts to make the change in your life, because all of us are looking for peace and we are looking for a peaceful life, and we need comfort and peace of mind. We are looking for this. We only find it when you hear these greetings every day many times, so it motivates you to work for peace. And hopefully you get this impact when you get a lot of these treasures, which is the name of this episode, Treasures from the Holy Quran. The more you deal with the Quran, the more you get in depth with the Quran, the more you learn more and more, the more you ask for more and more, the more you will be gradually ready to work for the peace that we are looking for. Peace, it cannot be acquired without being obedient to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, without listening and obeying all His commands, to do what He wants and to abstain from whatever He wants to keep you away. There are some ayat in the Quran, and all of these verses in the Quran require some reflective thoughts, because without reflection you will not reach the level that you are aspiring. You hope to be on this level, but you don't ask questions, you don't reflect upon this. It's not a book that you can read over in one night and say that I read it. You can do this after you master it, after you understand its language and how it works. Then you start appreciating and enjoying this beautiful book. Then after that, you start sharing it with other humans. That's what we are looking for. We want to educate everybody. We know that it is our responsibility. Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is the last messenger from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There are no more messengers to come. So it is your responsibility to complete this mission, to carry the message of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to everyone on this planet, if you can. But it is within your abilities and capacities. You can do something, that may be perhaps better than what you learn from this episode and similar other episodes. But then you learn and learn and learn, and then you have to share and teach it with others. And it is something doable. All the people around us, they are doing this. Once you know that you are a Muslim, a believer in Almighty Allah, you will start your positive things in this world. You will understand that it is your responsibility to do this job. No other people are going to do this as much as you can. But be ready and equip yourself with knowledge pure. And all the time remember that we have the scholars available with us and we can access them thanks to Mr. Google, or there are many other misters now. They can take you there. They can facilitate the matter for you, and then you get access to them so that you will be able to ask them to learn from them. People across this planet, everywhere in the world, they only depend on the knowledge that they have, the knowledge they learned at school or the knowledge that they learned at the colleges and universities, and they think that's it, which this approach in itself deprives them from learning accuracy or accurate knowledge, because that's what we are looking for, because the inaccurate knowledge perhaps works negatively on them. It does not benefit them. For example, look at this ayah number 40. Look at this ayah and how it ends. Is any of the ones that you believe in can do something similar to this? To what? This is how the ayah begins. Allahu alladhi khalaqakum thumma razaqakum thumma yuhyikum thumma yumitukum. Look at these four things. Four verbs. Create. Allah is the one who created you. Razaqakum. Allah is the one who gave you sustenance. And ثم يحييكم. He's the one who makes you alive. And He is the one who is going to make you dead. These four verbs, create, sustain, give you life, and causes death to you. Is there anyone else who can do something similar to this? Anyone that you have been taught by your parents or by your teachers or by your professors or by the authors of the millions of books that are available? Is anyone who is capable of doing these things to you? Have you seen anyone doing these things? No, you have not. So you surrender yourself. And this would take you one step further, that the one who does this would be the Lord. Allahu Akbar. You glorify Him. Where is He? And you would know that. The scholars would tell you that in the sky. He's your creator. He is the creator of everyone. Does any of those ones you worship does the same thing as Allah does? How many ones have you known or have you heard that it creates? Examine the idols or the gods, the false gods that you were introduced to by the people around you, by your parents, by your teachers. Examine this. Does any one of them create? So show me. This is the creation of Allah. Show me what have they created there. They have not created anything. The only creator, the only one who gets this quality, this ability, is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this takes you a step that perhaps you have never heard of. Because I am quite sure that most of the people complain of the educational system that they have gone through. 16 years, 20 years, 30 years of life studying, yet none of the curricula, none of the books that you have been exposed to guided you to discover that. Because the designers of these educational systems were themselves poor enough to understand how the entire universe works. But once you're open to these guidelines that have been mentioned in the Quran, and you're only required to perhaps read one book with its explanations, with its illustrations, with its examples and explanation in the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If you access this book, if you access the book of Allah, the book of the Creator, it's the only book in the universe that has this quality. Try to imagine I wonder, I stayed 20 years in my life learning and reading, but I have not come across to this book. Where was it hidden? Was it hidden intentionally? Or was it done purposely by some people to keep people away from realizing the truth? Because we assume good intentions, that the people did it out of lack of knowledge. They were not well prepared. But now, there is no excuse for anyone in the world to say that I don't have an opportunity or access to the truth here. You do. And all the time, you can dial the scholars. You can have access to the true knowledge. You can ask and ask and ask. فَاسْأَلُوا أَهْلَ الذِّكْرِ إِن كُنْتُمْ لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. If you are lacking knowledge, ask people of expertise. There are many of them, and all of them, they have deep knowledge about the Book of Allah, and they are willing to share the knowledge with you. That would be enough introduction for you to begin your new life after understanding who have created you. Is it you? Someone have created you? Or is it you created yourself? And you'll find many of these questions are in the Quran, and you will find the answers there. But it is us who do not know exactly what kind of knowledge that we need. And I think it is the role of the parents and the close people around you. If they really care about you, they would do their best to guarantee that when you grow up gradually, and this does not happen overnight, it happens every day, they build up the necessary knowledge that you need when you grow up. Most important thing is to know who created you. A lot of us, unfortunately, are deprived from this because our parents do not work on this. Perhaps they were not lucky to find some people to educate them that. But now you have this golden opportunity to learn from a program similar to Treasures from the Holy Quran, and there are a few of them. And you need to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for having this opportunity, but yet you need to grow up, because the issue of belief, it increases and it decreases. It's not something that's stable. No. The Iman, it's something vital. It vibrates. It's affected by doing good. Whenever you have the right beliefs, and then you start acting upon this and keeping yourselves away from doing sins. And the more you keep yourself away from doing these sins, your Iman, your faith grows and grows and grows. And the moment you start losing this issue, gradually you will find your Iman is decreasing. So Iman increases by good deeds and decreases by doing bad deeds. So you guarantee that you are exposed, and the materials that you read and the people you sit with, it's something that you can control. You go to this place and not the other place, because you know in this place that you can benefit yourself and you can help your Iman grow and grow and grow. Versus if you go to the other place where the people are exercising and doing sins by drinking wine and making such things, bad things like what they do everywhere, you keep yourself, you abstain yourself from doing this, and you go to this. And you have to understand that people in this entire world, fall into 2 or 3 categories. The category of the believers, the category of kafirin, disbelievers, and the category in between, the 2 of them, which is the category of the hypocrites. So they belong to this category, yet they try to show that they belong to the other category of the believers. They are everywhere. You will find them perhaps as close to you as possible, but you are not aware of them. But when you read the Quran, and when you read the description, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells you that those people in this group are characterized by this quality and this quality and this quality, and those people here into the other category are characterized by these attributes and qualities and descriptions, so you are aware of that. The more you make yourself exclusively depending upon one source that is 100% sure that it is an uncorrupted source. This is the book that has never been corrupted. It will never be corrupted in the future. It's guaranteed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that it is guaranteed that it will remain away from any forms of corruption or changes or deviations. In this way, you guarantee yourself when you are grown up, or your parents should do a right job. The right job is to guarantee that the input that goes to your mind and their mind, the input should be genuine and authentic. It's not that they take you to a library that they know that all of what is there, what is the content is there, is fiction, non-real. Nothing is real, just because they imagined that this is essential for education. We are telling them to read correctly and re-evaluate their situation. They will discover that they have been deprived of knowing the truth, and even though they would love to provide their kids with the truth. And we have the book that guarantees this, that would help them to reach this level. We do thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for providing us with this book that tells us the truth in this universe and the hereafter. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.